West Wing battle. White House senior advisor Steve Bannon, from left; Communications Chief Anthony Scaramucci and Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, from left; by Mike Thaler, Jim Watson and Brendan Smialowski, AFP, Getty Images. Mike Thaler, AFP, Getty Images. There are three branches of government, and two of them are in serious distress. What once passed for governing and leadership has become a spectacle of disservice by people who call themselves public servants. The dramatic collapse of Republican efforts to change the Affordable Care Act provides Congress an opportunity to repair itself by returning to something approaching bipartisan lawmaking. It won't be easily accomplished. The executive branch appears headed for even more turbulence. Just ask Anthony Scaramucci, the swaggering newly named White House Communications Director. The White House today is a feuding, conniving band of officials vying for the affection of President Trump, who seems to encourage, even revel in, the chaos around him. Washington hasn't been working for some time. The breakdown began years ago. Republicans often complained about high-handed tactics when Democrats controlled the Senate. White Houses are rarely perfectly run, and staff rivalries are not uncommon. The dysfunction in Washington is one reason Trump was elected. But in the past 6 months, things have turned even worse, with the breakdown reaching new depths this week. Until Sen. John McCain, RRs, cast the decisive vote on the bill for a so-called skinny repeal of the ACA, the Senate was operating under procedures never seen before on a piece of major legislation. Legislating is never pretty. Certain passage of the Affordable Care Act was not, but there are norms usually respected by both sides. In recent weeks, those norms went out the window as Republicans struggled to fulfill a 7-year promise that is as internally divisive as it is elusive. The effort was transparently cynical as Republicans grasped at anything that might collect the 50 votes needed to keep alive what has proven to be their futile hopes of getting rid of Obamacare. The measure that arrived from the House was dead on arrival in the Senate. Nothing cooked up behind closed doors under Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, or Kentucky, worked, either. In desperation, the Republican leaders turned to a vehicle that no serious member of Congress believed could work. Sen. Lindsey Graham, RSC, correctly branded the skinny repeal earlier on Thursday for what it was. The skinny bill as policy is a disaster, he said. The skinny bill as a replacement for Obamacare is a fraud. Nonetheless, Graham voted for it, on the pretext that it would keep the effort alive. McCain had joined Graham in warning about the skinny bill's deficiencies, and when the time came, he acted on his words. He had drawn criticism Tuesday when he returned to the Senate for the first time after being diagnosed with brain cancer and cast the deciding vote to begin debate on the bill. After that vote, McCain delivered an upbraiding to his colleagues about the breakdown of regular order in the Senate and the lack of a willingness to compromise. He was accused of hypocrisy, but when the vote truly counted early Friday morning, McCain defied his party with an "emperor has no clothes" thumbs down that brought the repeal and replace movement crashing down of its own weight. Congressional leaders are now left to pick up the pieces of a shattered and demoralizing process. What's next? No one can say. There will be angry words about the maverick from Arizona from some of his colleagues and from conservatives who have never trusted him. The president,